First question is, working on this album, how does it differ from your previous albums? Please share the creative process of doing next episode.
Siguro yung kakaiba, I can't say really na sobrang kakaiba siya from the previous albums I've done. But this is the first time I've written some songs in the longest time. I think yung huling-huling nagsulat ako was sa album ko pa noong 2010. 2014 pa yung huli from my album Journey. And sobrang we carefully chose the songs, me and Jonathan. And this is also the second album na overall produced by Jonathan. And lahat ng songs talaga, it's really R&B. Everything is written well and produced well and arranged well. I can say, like, I'm just really proud of it. Hindi ko masagot talaga what's different because every album that I've done really, and most especially this one, is special and different in their own right. Yeah.
Her next question, medyo connected po dun sa sagot ninyo. Sabi niya, it's been a while since you released an album. So how does your journey and experience help or change your perspective as an artist? What changes do you observe on yourself and how do you embrace it?
How do I embrace it? This is also the first time, I can say personal kasi first time I've written something based from personal experiences like Back to Bliss and no episode, I guess.
Yes, yung
journey and experience, grabe, napaka... You know, we started recording this album since Jonathan, di ba, 2022? When we started recording the album, tapos nag-pandemic and then na-delay. And sobrang hands-on, Jonathan really allowed me to, like, to be involved in, like, everything, like, suggestions about like backup vocals and all that stuff, and doing yung mga lead vocals and how I would be singing it. He's very genius kasi siya talaga eh. You know, a simple song can turn into something more special because of how he produces the album. Yung mga vocal arrangements, nagiging special lahat. Sorry, parang tribute to sa'yo. I'm just really thankful kay Jonathan kasi I don't think magagawa ko each and every song ng ganyan without Jonathan. Yeah. Kasi nilabas niya yung creative juices in me. So I guess there. So, yeah.
Pang lahat talaga na nakakatabaw ni Sir Jonathan. Talagang grabe yung tribute sa kanya. Okay, now the next question will be coming from Jackie Ortega of Soundcheck Manila, who's here with us today. Hello.
Sorry. Ang layo ng mic. Congrats, Kyla.
Thank you.
Favorite ko yung stand-up. Kasi hindi ka sa mga ganyan, mga pa-fierce. So anyways, question ko lang is, how has the OPM scene changed since you started, and where do you see it going? Thank you.
Ay, ulit pa nga po. Isa pa po yung question. Sorry.
How has the OPM scene changed since you started?
Since I started.
And where do you see it going, like in the future, in terms of sound siguro, in terms of style?
Yeah. Thank you po. You know, I'm so grateful. Kasi ngayon, when I started in the business, like in the music scene in year 2000, yung R&B, na Filipino R&B, hindi pa siya ganun niyayakap ng mga tao. Like, I would get suggestions and comments na parang, oh, masyadong kulutin yan, or dapat masyadong mataas yan, or ganyan-ganyan. I would be getting comments like that before, but now, sobrang nakakatuwa kasi feeling ko, nahahanap ko yung mga katribo ko. Kasi ang dami nang naglalabasan ng R&B ngayon, and we have fully embraced yung genre, R&B genre, sobrang nakakatawa and sobrang alive na alive ang OPM ngayon. So many local artists now are having concerts here and there, as in every month, ang dami. And ang daming mga songs na OPM na nag-hit sa TikTok. And it's so much alive now and sobrang open-minded. I guess we have embraced yung iba-ibang tipo ng music na hindi lang a certain kind of song na, di ba, back in 2000, you know, when I started, ang uso nun before April Boys and Jessa Saragosa, sila yung mga sobrang hit na hit. Tapos biglang lalabas na nag-R&B na parang sino to? Ano yung kinakanta niya? Bakit siya kumukulot? Yung mga ganon. And nga wala ka nang naririnig na ganon na parang we have fully embraced everything and lahat ng music na ginagawa ng mga Pinoy and pwede na nga global eh, di ba? Like, you know, like Beanie making it on the international stage, performing for Coachella and all the other OPM artists ngayon nabibigyan ng opportunity and chance to be seen and to be heard international also. So I guess it's so much alive.
Yes, and just going back to what you said na dati nga hindi nila masyado niyayakap yung R&B, ngayon fully embraced, di ba? You also do riff challenges, online riff challenge. Kung dati pinipigilan kayo kumulot, ngayon challenge na siya online.
Dati kasi sasabihin, ba yan, kulot ng kulot? Tapos ngayon meron ng mga runs challenge.
Yes, pagalingan na.
Pagalingan na, pahirapan pa. Complicated, intricate runs talaga na makikita mo ng mga challenges ngayon. Kaya nakakatawa na nahanap na natin yung mga katribo natin, Kiko. Ayun.
Alright, thank you, Ms. Jacqueline Ortega of Soundcheck Manila. Okay, now the next question, ako po ang magbabasa. This is from Alan Sancon of Stars Photog. Okay, ang kanyang tanong ay, in your 25 years in showbiz, what are the 5 highlights of your success in showbiz?
Bakit 5 lang? Wow! Feeling. Ano na yung 5 highlights?
Favorite mo?
Favorite ko? Sige, kasi ang hirap kasi bawat milestone talagang special siya sa akin sa puso ko. Pero siguro yung pinakauna, nung bagong-bago pa ako na when I won, sobrang talaga akong proud pag nasasabi ko to na I have a Moon Man. Parang sa Philippines, there's only 3 artists na merong Moon Man. The first was Parokya and Edgar, Eraserheads, and then me. I'm the only female artist na merong Moon Man. Para sa akin, milestone yun kasi bagong artist. Nauna pa ako kay Mariah, magkaroon ng Moon Man. Oo nga, no? Yeah. Nauna pa ako sa kanya, kala niya. Tapos, ano ba? Parang yun lang yung naalala kong sobrang highlight.
Before you go to the second, sa mga hindi po may alam, yung Moon Man ay yung trophy sa
MTV Awards. Yes. Na ginawa sa New York long time ago na hindi ako nakapunta. Kasi hindi ako na, yung schedule ng visa ko noon, on the day of the event na binigay sa akin. Ang saya. So anyway, malay nyo naman, next time nandun na ako. Accept ko na talaga yung award ko dun sa New York. Manifesting. Okay, so next. Mahirap naman ng 5.
Kanina may review na tayo dun sa
siguro
AVP.
Kasi this is my 11th studio album that I have recorded. Para sa akin, milestone yun kasi hindi lahat nagiging ganun kaswerte na mabigyan ng pagkakataon to record an album. Tapos ako nabigyan ako ng 11 times to record an album. And this is the 11th album na record ko, full album. Siguro yun, milestone yun for me.
Yes, tsaka all original. Usually, di ba, pinapa-cover lang yung mga artist, pero ito all original.
And although yung dalawang albums ko noon, nagkaroon ng phase no na mahilig tayo sa mga revival, mga cover songs. Nagkaroon ako ng Heart to Heart, tsaka yung Heartfelt. It's all cover songs. Yeah. Third.
Dalawa pa lang po. Okay. Three more.
Third, I only performed in Araneta as a solo artist once. That was back in 2005 when I did yung Not Just Your Ordinary Girl na concert sa Araneta Coliseum. And after that, I'd go to Araneta to sing and perform, but not as a solo artist. I guess that's one of the highlights in my career.
Okay.
Yeah. Ano ba? Ano ako maisip? At this album, this is a milestone because this is my 25th year, and in celebration of that, we made this album and then a concert this month as well.
And last one po.
Shucks pala, isa pa. Hindi ko na maisip. Si Toby. Milestone. Pwede ba yung kasama sa career ko? Oh, family. Oo, yung family ko. Okay, I'm so glad na pwede pala yun. Yung anak ko. It's the greatest gift, and getting married and being married to one of them. To someone who has one of parang purest hearts na tao. To be married to someone with such pure heart. And to have a son who's already 12, si Toby, who is God-fearing. Alam mo ba, he would bring his Bible to school. Yeah, nakakatuwa siya. Sobrang masunurin and is very obedient. He really follows, and sobrang niyang respectful. Hindi lang siya marunong magtagalog, hindi siya, you just have to remind him to say po and opo. But he's such a, I'm proud of that and how we're raising our son. Yeah.
Well, that definitely is an achievement. You were able to juggle that, you were able to balance while still being the queen of R&B, diba? I mean, that's such a feat. And also, may I just add, Miss Kyla, you are one of the pinaka-loved na artists sa OPM. Lahat love kakatrabaho, super bait. Mayroon akong anecdote sa kanya. Back when I was with Mix, and you guested sa Mix Music Awards, I think, sa Araneta Coliseum din. We had some problems sa audio nun. All the artists were complaining. There was only one artist na hindi nag-complain. It was you. And nagtumatak yun sa mga technical team namin na parang nagkakana sila, ayos pa yun sa kanya, ba't hindi siya nagreklamo? Bakit nakakanta siya na maayos? Tapos, chinecheck na nila yung floor monitors, sira naman, ba't nakakanta siya na maayos? Tsaka hindi siya nagreklamo talaga. So, sobrang tumatak din po sa amin yun, kunento sa amin lahat na ganun kayong klaseng artist. So, isa kayo sa mga talagang love na love namin lahat.
Sabi nga na, we find ways to, para marinig mo yung sarili mo. Tsaka alam mo yung yung sinasabi yung matatanda. Matutong mamaluktot kung ang kumot mo ay ano yun, yung exam. Pag maiksa yung kumot, marunong mamaluktot. So parang in every situation, ay na-apply ko yan.
Yes.
Na parang, huwag ka magreklamo, find a way. So, hindi mo na tapa mo, teka mo, bala ka dyan, kaya mo yan.
Queen things. Queen things na naman. Queen things. Kaya ko yan.